The ex-president's refusal to say whether he wants President Volodymyr Zelensky to win the war after Russia's unprovoked invasion, along with his absurd claim that he could end the conflict in 24 hours, escalated the prospect that Ukraine's destiny will rest in the hands of U.S. voters next year. The Republican frontrunner's comments, in a CNN town hall meeting in New Hampshire, was the latest sign that the politics of the war in the U.S. could become more strained as the 2024 campaign ramps up, creating new pressure on Zelensky's coming offensive to deliver a decisive blow in the second year of the conflict. The prospect of a Trump return to office could also offer an incentive to Russian President Vladimir Putin to prolong a war that is exacting a terrible civilian toll and racking up huge Russian casualties in the hope he could exploit any decrease in the multi-billion-dollar U.S. aid flow to Ukraine. And Trump's decision to insert himself squarely into the debate reflects deepening political calculations for several key players in the war. That includes both President Joe Biden, who staked his legacy as a defender of democratic principles in the U.S. and abroad on Ukraine's survival, and Putin, who presided over a scaled-down Victory Day parade in Moscow this week after failing in his war aim of crushing Ukraine's sovereignty. Battlefield developments could dictate the course of the war long before the November 2024 election. And making equivocal judgments about any comments the ex-president makes is risky, since he often seems to live day by day and minute by minute rather than following months-long strategic blueprints. Nevertheless, Trump's unwillingness to refer to Putin as a war criminal despite evidence of Russian atrocities in Ukraine and an international criminal court warrant for his arrest renewed intrigue over the ex-president's motives in repeatedly genuflecting to the Kremlin strongman. For now, the prospect of a Trump return to office is a long-term concern for Ukraine, as it fights to eject Russian forces from its territory in a long-awaited counterattack and relies on the staunch support of Biden, who has reinvigorated the Western alliance in its support.